They'll run down the hill in one of the most storied entrances in all of college football. Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers since 1945. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see, the winners of 4 straight, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Seminoles will put toe to leather and we'll get started. A rather underwhelming start as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Bunch formation for these receivers. Going up top on first down. Coming out aggressively. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Touch pass on the run. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Goes to the option. Smashes through. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. And he was finding space, and he took it all the way back to the 22.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
Toss sweep to the right. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
Dumps it to the back. Touchdown, Florida State! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They'll try to add another to their lead. How in the world did he miss that? Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. They're just about ready to kick it away. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. First down here for the offense. He's looking to throw it. Lofts one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, it's fun to watch defense that just, they look so in sync and coordinated. And watching the tape coming into this week's game, you could tell last week this defense was dialed in. They don't give up big plays. They don't give up points. They make you earn everything. Looking like another game like that so far today.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollard.
It's just winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
And this defense picking up right where it left off. Last week put a great game together, really shut down an opponent. Now you can tell, man, they're going to make you earn everything you get. And this offense is going to have to find a way to find some holes because we haven't seen in the last couple weeks.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese.
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, even though that pass was incomplete, I wouldn't be shocked if this defense in the second half decides to play some deeper coverages. This offense has already shown they're willing to be aggressive, and they've got a lot of speed. Moving forward, this defense cannot afford to give up big plays in the passing game.
To the ground with the back. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
To the air, it's Croman Hope. On the move, he fires. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. The Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks. It's Lucas. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
I don't always have to push the ball down the field. I love when QBs drop back, look at it matchups. Oh, I got my running back. I think he can get the 1st down. Give him the football. Let him be an athlete with the football in his hands after he catches it. Nice job by the QB. Nice job by the running back.
They'll give it to the back. Not much running room. He's got 1 down to the 12. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's looking to throw. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, no. No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Timeout called by the defense. It's their 1st of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First down here for the offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense reacting to what they see. They see the quarterback flip it forward on the touch pass. Now I got to go get it, right? Corral that football. He picked up some yards, yeah, but you didn't give up that big explosive play. And now you have to make them earn it now on the next down.
Trying to turn the corner on the left. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Bringing it back, it's Gibson. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Corner's going to give them room. Give to the back. Oh, just left him flailing. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
Ball still on the 34 after the incompletion. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd and 10. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Love the physicality of the secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
And that's a great stop by this defense. Second down and goal, getting a lost yardage play, now putting your defense in a better position for third down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Fourth and goal from the 3. Let's see what this offense can dial up from here. Quick pass on the jet motion. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Seminoles! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. And it'll come out to the 25. No. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Cameron. He'll take another shot here. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. Smashes through. And after the interception, able to get it in plus territory, taking it back to the 41.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's a big-time play on the D-line right there. And listen, you know, they've had a lot of NFL guys in recent years up front. William the Fridge Perry. Old-school Clemson, great on the D-line. He'd be proud.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. The D scoops it up, and everybody reverses field. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Tigers. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
On to attempt the try. And it's perfect. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive.
Man, and these are the situations. They know you're kicking an onside. You got to get it. You got to find a way to get the football. And how about it? Get the kick. Get a good bounce. Everybody's flying down the field. Ball bouncing all over the place. You fall on it. Offense has another chance to put some points on the board.
And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if we can just get him out of the spot.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. I don't know what this says about trusting your defense, but they're going for an early onside kick down 1 possession. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Here's the give off the left side. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. The Noles come to the line in the hurry-up. The lone back's got it. Plows through the defense. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the 1st down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. To throw, it's Croman Hope. On target. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. With the catch, it's Davis. He steps out of bounds, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
Right, 2nd quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some 1st downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
This offense has put on a display in the 1st half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. He's looking to throw. He makes a grab. And he'll step out of bounds just short of the goal line. Almost a touchdown, but not in there yet.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
They'll go with a direct snap. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Florida State.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. USF is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by 7 over Temple. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. They're lining up to boot it away. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking downfield, it's Croman Hope. Finds his tight end. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? To the air on first down. Throws toward the end zone. Pulls it in inside the 10. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Makes the catch. And he's wrestled to the ground. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Quarterback duplicitous in his dealing. Some would even say sneaky. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile, and you stuff them on first down, and 2nd down, they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with the quarterback sneak. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive. And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Pressure coming. Catch in the middle. It's Davis. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. And that is no good. After the missed field goal, fellas, still a 13-point ball game. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Cameron. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. I guess they're trying to send a message to start this second half, lined up for an onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Those 2 first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an off.
Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, these two have linked up for multiple touchdowns in this game. They had the look they liked, were licking their chops, taking a shot down the field. We haven't seen too many incompletions when these guys have been trying to play throw and catch.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Let's go. He's looking to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He's going to throw deep right side. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off. Got room on the return. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room, you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. Give to the single back. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next game.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tackled, but he has a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Pull down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Running back searching for a hole. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by the defense. 1st and goal situation, you can expect run a lot of the times. They were physical, got in the backfield, stuffed the run.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, no! Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns, if you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Running game worked on 1st down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. On the option. Quick toss. Powers through the defender. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch?
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down mark.
Still running at the 40. Off he goes. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generated a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. Unleashes one deep. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And maybe a wise move not to even try the pitch as he's knocked down in the backfield.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And he's been the go-to guy all year long. Like, He's in the top 5 in all of college football in receiving yards for a reason. They're going to find him because he's always open, making plays. This dude has been unbelievable. He's being mentioned in the Heisman conversation. That is really hard to do as a wide receiver, so that shows you what kind of special year this young man's having.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Let's it fly. Fires and picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they are all over these guys on the back end.
All over the field, making plays. Listen, you're supposed to see the quarterback break on the football. You've seen several breaks on the football. Your job is to know what the offense does really, really well. And you can tell this defense is dialed in, and they know exactly what this offense wants to accomplish.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback.
That's the end of the third quarter. Florida State 42, Clemson.
First down to start the drive after the break. Defense in press coverage. They'll run it out of the shotgun. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he fell down in the field to play, and as a result, the clock keeps ticking.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead, you want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. These corners going to give them some space. He's moving out of the pocket. On the move at the 30. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Fantastic job there buying time and then using his speed to go get a huge chunk play. And you saw on defense a lot of people in the back end with their heads turned around chasing receivers. It's dangerous. You want to play man coverage. You don't want to keep your eyes on the quarterback. You're going to pay for it. You saw it right there.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5, all spotted at the 12. But they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd. Got it on the outside. It's Thomas. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. And the Noles want to crank the tempo. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you...
Makes the catch down the right side. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Anytime the ball goes in the air towards him, I feel like it's his. Like, there are no 50-50 balls. He just makes plays game after game.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. One touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Runs through the tackle.
By the running back. Picks up 1. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
The toss to the outside. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. Defense not showing press coverage. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down. And the Seminoles want to pick up the tempo. To the ground, he's got it again. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The give as they work on that clock. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They've worked it down to the 30. This defense standing tall, trying to force a field goal try. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Gets it out fast. And into the end zone. Oh, and he ruins the big gainer with a fumble. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
you've got to have better ball security on offense. The football possession, that is priceless. Losing possession, turning the ball over, that kills you in games, that loses games, and that is a bad, bad play at a bad time.
And, man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Pocket starts to collapse.
The quarterback is set. A loss of 7 yards on the play.
No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that